Yeah, what my dear friend, my dear friend. A lot of money, a lot of money. As a leader of any organization, I'm sure a lot of people will tell you that the most important decisions always concern the people that we work with. Now we work with a lot of guys now. We've got over, I think, 20, maybe 30 on the team. Right? We've got developers everywhere in the world. We've got marketers everywhere in the world. We've got community managers. We've got everyone. I mean, how to direct them and what they're meant to be doing and how to work with them. Well, blockchain is a great new technology that will decrease the overheads of many financial transactions. At the very least, blockchain has already shown that it can be a very good transactional tool and very good tool for use instead of currency. And I mean, Bitcoin shows that. In regard to everything else, well, it should make a lot of things simpler, with a lot of new professions appearing and the old ones disappearing. So it's going to be a fun fun few years. Like essentially what this does and what blockchain does is it removes the costs associated with the transaction and provides the trust in a trustless environment. And as such, it's going to affect our lives greatly in the sense that we should have a lot more money to spend and the money that would save on transactions. And let's hope it doesn't get to the banks, and instead will stay in our pocket as far as transactions are concerned. And so hopefully our lives and the lives of everyone on this planet will become a little better and easier as a result of this new technology. The most great thing, as far as I'm concerned, about cryptocurrency is that it's the only thing in this world, for the first time in this world, that cannot be physically taken away from you by anyone. So what that means, if you remember your private key, or if you remember your seed, which is usually 12 to 24 words, and nobody knows that this particular wallet is associated with you, you can effectively hide it from everyone. That's a very important feature that actually gives this whole thing credibility, in my opinion. Because it doesn't take much brain to remember 12 words. So if you remember that and nobody knows it's associated with you, then you're taking advantage of the cryptocurrency itself. I mean, there was a few, so I have, obviously, the birth of each of my kids impacted me greatly, and in a positive way. Now, but as far as business practice and life in general is concerned, well, it's my move to the West and to Australia in particular. So from Russia to Australia, it gave me a bigger world picture. So I've seen the East and I've seen the West, and hopefully, and I'm sure it does. It allows me to make decisions, very weighted and correct decisions based on those two things. The contrast of those environments is very staggering, and it affected me quite a bit. Yes. I actually recently I got this tattoo, so that's obviously time, and then sign of Bitcoin. That shows that I do believe in this. Now, what also is great about this tattoo, it's the first tattoo in Southern Hemisphere that was paid for in Bitcoins, the first time in the world. But it's still pretty cool.